All right, we'll give everybody just a minute to load in because the load times can vary depending on your device, your internet speed, or what time of day it is in Altspace, because sometimes Altspace is just weird. All right, while we wait, if you guys haven't noticed already, you've got Raven Eye in the corner here. This is actually our YouTube camera. So if we have decent content today, in a couple weeks, this episode will go out on YouTube. So watch out for the, for it there. If you want to feel Altspace famous, you can kind of wave on out the camera and be like, "Hey, YouTube, how's it going? This is the day I was in here doing that thing."
Hi,
You can
YouTube.
do
How
that.
you?
Yeah, see hummingbirds on YouTube right now. There you go. All right. So now to get you guys in the air, what you want to do is you want to press that blue and white triangle button in your lower left. Now, when you press that, your main menu is going to open up in front of you as if by magic, right? And there are going to be all these tabs on the very bottom. And down toward the lower right, you're going to see a cogwheel that says settings. Now, if you press on settings, you're going to notice on the left-hand side, you have all these categories. Now, the third category down is going to say input. And when you press on input, you're going to see the word fly at the top center panel. And next to that'll be a white circle that'll change your life forever. If you press on that white circle, it's going to toggle to blue. And now all you have to do is press the close tab in the lower right, and you'll be able to see again. Now, once you do that, all you have to do, right, is just move forward and look up. And you're going to go right up into the air as you do so. And, like Morgan is doing there. And, you steer with your head, which can be kind of a strange sensation to get used to. So, as a way to get used to this, what you can do is you can fly on out through this doorway here and go up to these red rings, and eventually you'll reach the tower, and up there you'll discover a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. We call it zip lining. You'll zip line down on this yellow X. You'll feel a tremendous sense of accomplishment. But if you want to get there in style, you can take a Ravenhall Talon hovercraft. And the way you do this is if you look behind you out on the runway, you're going to see a stone wall in the corner there. When you go next to that stone wall is an aircraft, and that aircraft has an open door. Now, if you go inside this open door, you're going to see on the console is going to be a launch button. And out of your right hand, you're going to notice you have a pointer coming out of your hand, right? So if you aim that pointer at the launch button, the pointer will start to spin. If you squeeze and release that trigger one time, one of these ships is going to attach to you. And what will happen is it has spinning turbines and engine noise. They're a lot of fun to fly around in. Just make sure you have flight mode enabled, because if you don't, you're going to come right off of that platform and you'll just end up mowing the grass. And that's how we keep the grass so nice and trim here at the Flight Academy. In the meantime, if we have any questions, I'll be in this office area for the remainder of the event. So if you fly around, a question occurs to you that you always wanted to ask about Altspace, just feel free to come on in here and ask us, and we'll do our best to help you out. All right. That being said, anybody have any questions or missed those instructions? Need me to go over them again? Just let me know. Otherwise,
Well, you said click the thing to fly, and it turns
Yes.
blue, and
Yes.
then what?
Once you have
Then
the menu closed, you can see again. Just move forward, like walk toward me and look up, and you're gonna go right up into the air. There you go.
oh, okay,
He's flying.
all
Now you
right.
steer with your head, which can feel kind of strange. So if you go outside there, you're going to see that big red ring there. If you go up through those red rings, you'll reach the tower, and up there you're going to learn one of the best ways to get around Altspace on an Oculus Go, and that's with what we call zip lining, but it's really just a type of teleportation. It feels like fast flight. Give that a try and let us know if you have any questions. See that, YouTube? Helping people fly here in Altspace, and you could be one of them. All you have to do, you just head on in Altspace, look for an event called Flight Time, and how to, head on in and say, "Hey, I saw your video, and that's what made me come into Altspace." That's how it could happen. It's true, And George, I'm not crazy. I'm actually talking to YouTube right now. Actually, maybe I'm a little crazy. It's possible. You know. You have any questions, George? If you're talking, I can't hear you because you got your microphone muted there. Which might be intentional. A lot of times when people are new to Altspace, they don't talk on
No,
purpose.
I just want to thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome, George. Yeah, happy to help.
Right.
Awesome. Very
What?
cool.
Yeah. Hold on.
Well, he's talking in the real world. I used to do that too. People are like, "You still on that thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still on that thing, and I'm not coming
You don't
out."
believe in the
Yeah.
real world, do you?
Yeah. Well, I've, occasionally, ever since I've got that double tap thing, I double tap my headset and I can see it. It's there. I've got my coffee cup right there. Drink that. I throw it down. You've seen
Wait,
the bit.
I have the
You've
double
seen the
tap
bit
thing
too,
too.
YouTube. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know that bit where I say I can see the real world and I grab the coffee mug and I throw it down, right? That bit right there. You know. Well,
Can
when
you
I
push
when I when I
buttons
speak to
now?
YouTube, what to say now, Humbird?
Can
What?
you push buttons now?
Can I push buttons? Temporarily, yes. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm
Ah,
investigating it. So it is a problem, but fortunately I have backup. I think it has something to do with the laser pointer and the last update, or the fact that we may have to update our MRE programs. So it's just occasionally you got to work things out. There are always going to be problems,
ah,
and we'll see how that works out.
So who
But
pushed the
temporarily,
button
yes.
tonight?
That was me.
He did.
I pushed the
He
button
did.
tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The fact that you
you
couldn't
have to.
tell that it was me that pushed it is a good sign. You know,
Well, it looked
means,
like it
means Morgan's
was.
doing tight work. What'd you say?
It looked like it was, but I wasn't
It
sure if it
was.
was like a camouflage type thing.
No, it was totally me this time. You know, and for you, those of you
Okay.
wondering, YouTube, the other day we had an event and I went to push the button and the button push didn't work. And fortunately, Morgan was able to push the button, so we still managed to get the effect we were going for. You know, we're going to solve that problem and a bunch of other
It was a
problems.
con-
What's that?
I think
Is she
that was a controller
interested?
issue, right?
Oh, she is, has
looks
to be, because her
interested.
eyes looking right at me. You know, ever since they got the human avatars, talking out to YouTube became much easier, right? Because it's like YouTube,
Because
it's
you
like
feel
you're
like
like
you're
looking
really
back at
talking
me.
to a person. Huh? Now
Exactly.
she's looking at me,
Yeah,
looking at
see?
you, looking at me,
YouTube is
looking at
getting,
you,
Hummingbird is getting
looking
all
at
the attention
everybody.
from YouTube there, upstaging me
Oh,
like
what do
that.
you
Yeah.
what is that called? Being upstaged or
Upstage, yes, yes, yes. Thanks,
Sorry about
Hummingbird.
that.
I appreciate that. I was almost Altspace famous right there, and
I thought
Hummingbird
that
just
was
wrecked it.
funny.
And I see Morgan laughing there in the background. Yeah, look
I
at that. She's just
happen
laughing.
to think it was funny.
Oh yeah, I did too. I thought it was good. Actually, this might even become a bit. This whole thing right here, we might end up broadcasting that. You know. Oh, and you did the laughing emojis. That's just perfect. That's awesome. Well, apparently we're not going to have much of an audience today, and I think George got yanked into the real world by force. You know,
Yeah.
they in the hairstyle.
Well,
That's pretty cool.
I don't remember. I think you had about, I'm not sure, about 10 people interested.
Yeah, it was about. I think it was like, yeah, thereabouts. It was like 10. But there are other events going on that have much
I
larger
know. I
audience
saw
right
that
now.
too. I
You know,
saw.
so we're just gonna have to wing it and hang out for as long as we can stand it. We're about halfway through, so I don't know if we're gonna,
Yes.
you know,
Well,
still
I'm
have
gonna go
content.
do. I'm
Wait,
gonna
what was
go
that?
do.
Morgan?
I said wing it.
Wing. Oh yeah, that's funny on a lot of levels because Ravenhall, because flight time.
Ravenhall.
You know, yeah, that works.
I'm going to go and take a trip to the mountain.
Okay, well you enjoy that. You know, if you see any,
Thank you. I
people
do.
out
I
there,
normally
throw 'em
do.
say hello. Okay, there you go. Very cool. Meantime, I got to start coming up with some like bits for these lulls so that we don't like bore YouTube out of their minds. It would be wrong to do that to YouTube. YouTube's been good to us so
Well,
far,
you know what we could do? We could
except for those two
think of-
people that unsubscribed today. If you guys are watching, man, I got to tell you, I really felt that. Two people in one day with the unsubscribe button. It hit me right there. And listen, to the rest of the YouTube audience, you can make up for that horrible feeling by giving me like 3 more subscribers today. That would be awesome. I would really like that. It would be a good thing. Yeah.
or
We absolutely got to get more material.
maybe
What
even
else?
just write in with questions if you have any general questions about.
Oh, that's a
Altspace,
cool
right?
idea. Yeah, listen, if you have any questions about Altspace, post them in the comments below. And maybe in a future flight time, we'll be able to address them. That's a neat idea. I like that. Yeah.
That
Put them
was
in the comments.
yeah.
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 Give that a try. You tell us, would you like to see that YouTube, a little bit more YouTube interaction? Because maybe some of you aren't in Altspace and, you'd like to be. Maybe you have a question about how to do that. Put it in the comments below and we'll answer them. And, that'll be that.
Maybe
That
you'd
might
like
work.
to hear your answer in what was the word we just mellifluous? In his mellifluous.
Yeah,
tones.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not even trying for that. Morgan likes the big words, YouTube. Just be aware. You heard that, Hummingbird? Morgan likes big words. Yeah.
Sounds like an alligator.
No,
roaring
I
there. I don't know.
didn't hear what you said.
I'm not attempting to say it, but Morgan, if you would regale us with your new word.
It's not a new word. I'm just getting used to the word. It's mellifluous.
What were?
Mellifluous. It's a way to describe Michael's wonderful voice because it's
Wow.
like flowing honey.
Wow.
But what
Okay.
was the word again?
Mellifluous.
Spell it.
Mellifluous, I think.
Melissa.
Well, YouTube
No, that's
confirmed.
not
If,
right.
New
if
word,
Morgan was,
Spell you.
It's a
wrong,
new one on
please
me.
feel free to point that out in the comments below. Yeah.
He'd enjoy that very much.
Yes, quite possibly. I seriously doubt we're going to use this footage, YouTube. But in case we do, comments below. As far as that. All right. Hey, looks like somebody's taking off in the Talon there. Who's that? Mark Yee. Okay. There we go. We're having a Talon theft by one Mark Yee.
Or alternately, YouTube, if you have a better adjective to describe Michael's amazing speaking voice, please feel free to enter it in the comments below.
See, I don't want to say anything like that because that's going to sound conceited.
Well,
I
you
mean,
didn't say it. I said
I'd
it.
be like, hey, YouTube, don't you think my voice is amazing? Don't you? Really? You think it's amazing too. If you think it's amazing also, please like, subscribe, and post a comment in the comment section below. See, now the camera just looked away. See, the camera even got disgusted on that one. That was YouTube looking away. Yeah,
I don't know. She
absolutely.
usually looks a little sarcastic or disgusted anyway. I don't know. I think it's
I
just
wouldn't call that disgust. Sarcasm, I believe, though.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard that, YouTube? You look sarcastic. You do.
Sarcastic.
Actually, we should do that. I mentioned this in the last flight time. I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I want to actually put a picture of Sil on the, which is what we call our camera because we name our
Oh, we
cameras.
forgot
in
to do
Altspace.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
gonna
actually
show
have a
YouTube
really
what they
great
look
shot
like.
of her. I have a great shot of her that has attitude. It's over at the screen door effect or stage door.
Okay.
Screen door?
I normally wouldn't ask you to do this, but if you could do it very carefully, is it possible for
Yeah.
you to go into the world editor and put that picture right here on this table for just
I'll
a moment?
try. I'll try.
Give it a try. Try not to wreck the world. I don't make me regret asking you to do that. Put it on the table so that YouTube can see itself. It'll be like an improvised mirror. You see that we have science happening here today, YouTube. Actual science. All right, there we go.
I see another name.
Yeah,
Well,
there was
is he
somebody out
outside?
there flying a
Oh.
Talon Mark E. But you know what? Since there are no people in here asking questions and we have the event going on,
Oh, I
and we
thought it
have
was
camera
somebody that
rolling,
was coming in.
I don't know, but we got to provide content. And since YouTube is recording, we just got to have
Well,
to,
let me go. I'm going to go see if I can fly the plane in here.
Okay, go ahead. You can fly the plane. That's awesome. It's up there, Morgan. With our improvised mirror for YouTube. Okay, let's see. Starting to happen here. Oh yeah, okay. Now YouTube, this is what you actually look like right now. All right, this is
Make
one
it
of
a
the
little
new
bigger.
Altspace avatars. If you can make it a little bit bigger, Morgan, we'd appreciate that.
No
Right,
problem.
but yeah, YouTube, this is what you totally look like right now. And you stand in the corner filming the event with your ever watchful YouTube eye, and this is what you look like at the moment. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's it. That's from one of our other events with a camera. That's you, YouTube, where you actually kind of hang off there. So that's what you look like with the new Altspace avatar. You used to look like a robot. We probably have a picture of that around here somewhere too. But yeah, that is what you presently look like right now, YouTube. And so when I talk to the camera, that's actually what I'm looking at when I speak to the camera. So there we go. See, Hummingbird made it by in the town. Very cool. Now, Morgan, could you delete? There we go. Perfect. You did it before I could even ask. Look at that. See, Morgan's at the top of her game right now. One of the best moderators I've ever seen. She just
Oh,
anticipates the need, and there it
he's
is.
just trying to get me
Done.
back for the mellifluous comment.
Well, yeah, she's using big words, right? And before you know it, she's going to think she can host events, right? Then I'll have nothing to do in here. So I got to defend myself by saying, you know what? You're the best moderator I've ever seen.
I could be slash semi co-host, I guess. Right?
Well, technically you are actually. Yeah, constantly.
Cool.
Morgan does the warming up of the crowd. She lets me know when my voice has gone out, because sometimes the voice gets choppy in here, and she fills in the gaps and she throws prices at me when somebody asks me a difficult question like, how much does this cost? And I'm like, you really think I memorize all those numbers?
Wait
I
a
mean, you
minute,
buy a
wait a
pair of
minute. They
earbuds
have a
once.
word.
Do you remember how much it cost?
They're $50 for the fancy dangly down ones for the price.
Wow. Okay. See, and that's this is where co-hosts come in the play. How they're super.
I got a better word for it. I have a better word for it.
What's that? What's that?
Producer.
Producer? Wow, somebody's bucking for a promotion. No,
No, like in a radio booth. That's what they call the girl who takes the calls and laughs at your jokes.
I know what it's called, but I think you got ambition. I don't like that look in your eye. All right, YouTube, you guys got to start subscribing or something, man, because if this keeps up, I won't be able to stop it. Okay? I won't be able to defend myself, and you guys are going to find me all in the gutter, in the campfire, and people are going to walk by and go, isn't that Michael Forrest? And then somebody will go, well, it was.
Oh, stop.
How was that for sad? Was that like a good pathetic sad exit? I've been working on that.
I wish I'd had a tiny violin. That was adorable.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Actually, that bit's not mine. I forget. I think it was a flight time that aired in March where we had one of our community helpers, Mark, in here, and people couldn't hear him, so he walked out with his head down, and I said, that move is brilliant. I'm going to take it. And now months later, I've made it my own, and I've just confessed it on YouTube because I've been emboldened. Yes.
You've been
emboldened.
I can use big words
plane.
too. What happened, Hummingbird?
I said somebody's out there flying a plane.
Okay. Oh, I hope they're enjoying it. I saw that you were doing it. And there was somebody else up
was-
there?
The one who was in here before. I
Yes.
don't remember the name.
I think there was a George in here before.
Oh, I don't know. Had a
Yes.
cowboy hat on, I think.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. He was standing right here frozen as he
And
communed with the real.
he also
Right,
had
right,
barking dogs.
Right.
Yes, barking dogs. And he'll forever become known as the
Right,
avatar
right,
that suddenly
right,
started
right.
barking during its flight time. As some of you are aware of, seen some of our other videos, that's a risk that everybody takes when in Altspace. Unless they have a cat, maybe I should change the bit. If you have a cat that starts meowing like that, in Altspace.
You know what
then
though?
that-
The cats won't usually meow. What they'll do is they'll pull on your cord or trip you up. Or
Yeah. You know what would be absolutely ridiculous and borderline insane if we actually post
Oh,
this
okay,
video
what?
to YouTube. I think we should. I think
If
we
we
should.
what?
I
If we
think we
what?
should post this video to YouTube. I think we should.
Oh,
Show them what
well,
goes on in
I
flight time
think
when nobody's around.
I think maybe you should ask Phil. Maybe she'd like a cup of coffee here.
Maybe. Yes, leave your answer in the comments below if you'd like a cup of coffee. Actually, I'm just thinking, we've got 3 of us here. We've got 3 coffee cups. We should change the name of this episode to Coffee Time.
Coffee,
Right? And we'll sit
coffee
here
time.
and we'll engage in like delightful conversation. Maybe we'll talk about current events. Like I heard electricity has a lot of current in it, And
Yeah.
what are your thoughts?
Electricity has a lot of current.
Yes. And I would ask Morgan what
electricity
her
is always a
thoughts are.
current topic.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
and
Current.
I think
It's a
in the
current event.
ocean too, the currents travel.
Oh yes, in the
too,
ocean the current is very strong. That's an event
along with
unto
the
itself.
along with the
Yes.
sharks that are in
Right.
Jersey and off of New York.
Hercules just walked in behind you, right? And it's just like, what did I walk into? And then zipped over there.
Hey.
Now zipped back. Hey Hercules, how's
Hey.
it going? Have you learned how to fly in Altspace yet? And if not, would you like to?
I have. Thank you.
You have. All right, awesome. Have you ever tried flying one of these Talon ships? Those are cool.
No, I haven't.
If you're in flight mode, right? And you go to the end of the
Okay.
runway, you're going to see the stone wall there. Now, you're going to see next to that stone wall is an aircraft with an open door. If you go into that
Okay.
open door, you're going to see that there's a launch button on the dashboard there. And if you aim your
Okay.
pointer that's coming out of
Hey,
your
you-
right hand at that launch button and squeeze and release the trigger one time, one of these ships is
Yep.
going to attach to you. It has spinning turbines and engine noise. It's a lot of fun to fly around, but you got to make sure you have flight mode enabled or you're using a flight tool. Because if you don't, you're just going to come off that platform and you'll just be mowing
And
grass.
mow the
And
lawn.
that's how we keep it so
Cool.
nice and trim. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So give that a try if you like. And if you have any questions, I'll be around for about another 6 more minutes. This event's finished.
Thank you. I
problem.
know. Thank
Cool. Hope you enjoy it. I think I detected a Canadian accent, quite possibly. Hey, James, Texas, welcome back. How'd you
Hi.
like it?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed
cool.
everything. I think
Nice.
I did everything.
Well, you did the flying. I saw that. Did you do the zip lining?
Yeah.
All right. And did you try flying one of the ships?
Yep.
Then our work is done here. Now you can go off
What
and
about
experience
going
all the
to
best
the
of
mountain?
Altspace. Well, yeah, he did the
Okay.
zip line. He may not have
Oh,
zip
oh,
lined to the
that's-
mountain, but he actually has it down. So,
Oh, yeah, but
you know,
that's
he's mastered all of the skills,
fun
and now he's going to
feeling.
go on and have a wonderful Altspace career. It's going to just be like
Oh, okay.
legendary. And James, Texas will be like, I remember when I started out at the flight academy, it was epic. Like so many of you have. We actually was looking at the amount of people that came, and we've so far we've had thousands of people come through here, which is pretty awesome. So I got the honor to have taught so many people how to do the flying thing. What if the shit went up on camera where I kind of send
Well, I know that James said he was relatively new to Altspace. I wonder if he has any other questions about anything.
At the beginning, yeah, I asked him if he would
Oh,
go to
yeah.
check out Go Time for that. But do you have any questions about Altspace, James? While we're here, we're happy to take them. Not to put you on the spot. It's okay. Don't.
That's okay.
Sometimes you have to be around.
Yeah,
more to
sometimes
think about
I
your
notice when I go to a world and I come out of it, my headset doesn't work right, or
Yes, that can happen. One thing you keep in mind on an Oculus Go is that your memory can fill up, and when it does, it's going to give you some weird things. Like sometimes your screen will go dark as that memory fills up. So one thing to do when you're out exploring worlds, if you've just gone to like 3 worlds, and then you want to go to the campfire or someplace you know is going to be busy, it might be a good idea to restart the app. This way, you keep everything running smoothly. So you just exit the program and come back in, and it should clear all that out.
When I restart the app, then does it dump all that previous information?
Some of it will, some of it's actually going to retain. Like like you went to this world, right? Some of these
Okay.
objects that are in this world will actually stay in your headset for a little while, but eventually that'll cycle out. So the memory size of the program will actually grow over
Okay.
time through use. And I mean, which is
Okay.
kind of good though, because it will result. So say you go to one world an awful lot, like say you're here every week, um, it's going to result in faster load times. Which enables us to actually get into the space faster than people who are here for the first time,
Okay.
because the
Oh,
headset doesn't have to retrieve as many objects.
If
You
I
know?
wanted to come back to this particular place, could I do it on my own?
Absolutely. This world is open 24 hours a day. The
How-
best thing to do is to make it a favorite. And the way you do that is if you press your blue and white triangle button, right? Tell me, do you see when you do that, you see a worlds tab on the bottom?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you press that worlds tab, you're going to see at the top is popular. And if you click on popular, you're going to see that you have, these are all the worlds that are busy right now in Altspace. It's not the most popular world ever, just what's going on right now. It's a good way to find people. And you'll see the Ravenhall Flight Academy is listed there. And if you press info, you're going to have an option to make it a favorite there when the world description comes up. And once it's a
Okay.
favorite, you can get back here anytime by going to the worlds tab and then go into your favorites and then just looking for the Ravenhall Flight Academy. And you can come back here. You can bring your friends with you, fly the ships around, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So that takes care of that.
How
Hercules,
many
how's it going?
how many worlds
That was
are
really
there?
cool.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. How many worlds? What did you say, there, James?
Are there in this
That is not possible for us to answer, but we do know that it is likely in the thousands at this point.
yeah.
Right?
really?
There are many
Yeah.
world creators in Altspace, and they've done a
User
tremendous amount
generated,
of
so
work.
there's always new ones
Yeah,
all the time.
and there's no limit on how many worlds you can make. So you've got some people that have just alone have like hundreds of worlds. There is a lot. And some of them sit empty, some of them are very popular. Really depends. But yeah, there are a lot of worlds to explore. Even from here today, if you're interested in it, the portal that's on the end goes to the rooftop pavilion, which is like a hub world, and that'll lead you to all these many different worlds in Altspace. Some of them have been like unfeatured worlds too, so they're like rare gems, of worlds to check out. It's
Okay.
good stuff, and it shows a lot of
Okay,
what's
very
popular, what's possible in here. How about you,
Okay.
Hercules? You have any questions?
No, I thought it was fantastic.
All right,
It's the
good.
first time I've never seen a world where you could actually like get into something and move it. And I think there was only
Yeah, that's
one other
becoming
one.
more popular now, actually. There's a user named Mr. Prime, and he's got a world coming out soon. It's amazing. You can go around in these kayaks down a river, and there's like these waterfalls with like fish coming out, and there's like bears waiting to catch the fish. It's really amazing. All these caves, and it's an amazing world. It really is. He's very talented. You
Wow,
heard that
yeah.
here. Mr. Prime is very talented. There we go. But yeah, we are actually about out of time, so I'm going to head on out. If anybody has any more questions, then otherwise I'm going to take off. It's usually the
No,
intro
that was
then.
great. Thank you.
All right, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Hercules. All right, I'll see you all next time. Guys, we'll see you at the set. Thanks for coming. See you next time.
Bye.